Hey, kindergartners, we're back for Mission 3, Lesson 12. Our objective is still, I can compare the weight of an object with a set of different objects on a balanced scale. So the weight we're going to use, just like yesterday we used Play-Doh, today we're going to use different objects to balance the scale with a marker. So I'm going to go ahead and put my marker in there. And so look at my marker. You can tell that this marker is heavy. And if you look over here, there's nothing in this side. So this is our lighter side, and right now this is our heavier side. But what we want to try to do is balance that. So the first thing we're going to do is to try to use pennies to balance it. And we're just going to use 2. Do you think 2 pennies will balance this scale? Do you think it'll be even if I put in 2 pennies? So here's 1, 2. That did not work. So if you look here, let's use our math words. You can tell that the marker is heavier than the 2 pennies, and that did not balance our scale. So I'm looking around on my table up here, and I have some cubes, I have some beans, I have several different things we're going to measure this marker with. So the first thing we're going to start out with are cubes. So let's see how many cubes this marker weighs. So we're going to weigh it in cubes. So here's 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're getting close. 4. Oh man, that's almost there. 4. Let's see what it'll do with 5. Oh, 5 cubes. So if you look, this marker weighs the same as 5 cubes. So I'm going to fill in my statement right here. My marker is as heavy as a tower of 5 cubes. And I separated my cubes. So let's see if we put them in a tower, if the weight will change. What an experiment. Let's see. I have my 5 cubes. Now I'm going to put them in a tower, and they're going to look much like that marker. So let's see if that makes a difference. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put it in my balance, and let's see what happens. It stayed the same because we talked about this in our previous lesson. No matter what the form is, whether this is in tiny pieces or if it's in a tower, this marker has the same weight as 5 of these cubes, no matter what form they're in. So let's see what else we can use to measure this marker. Oh, let me erase my 5. Silly Miss Beach. Let's see. Because surely this won't be the same. So I'm going to take my cubes off now. And this time I'm going to use beans. Just like good old beans out of your kitchen. They're red beans. So we want to see how many beans it'll take to balance my marker. How many beans does this marker weigh? I want you to go ahead and take a guess. Tell someone at your house. I think that this marker will weigh this many beans, or it's as heavy as this many beans. And this is what our bean looks like. They're really small. They're little red beans. So let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even budging yet. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh. 11, 12. I'm seeing a little movement. 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh my gosh, we're already at 16. Do you need to readjust your guess? All right, then we're at 16. Let's see what's going to happen. 17, 18. Oh my goodness, we look like we're getting close. 19. Let's see if it'll level out. Oh, it looks like our marker weight is as heavy as how many beans? You're right, as 20 beans. All right. So I wonder why it was 20 beans but only 5 cubes. Let's talk about that real quick. Look at the size of the cube compared to the size of the bean. That's why it took 20 beans to weigh the same as a marker, or the marker weighed 20 beans or 5 cubes. So let's see what object we might use next. Oh, now it's going to go back to those pennies. So we knew the marker was as heavy as 5 cubes. It was as heavy as 20 beans. How many pennies do you think it would take to level this out with the marker? The marker is as heavy as how many pennies? Time for some investigation. Let's see. Let's count. Y'all count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. 5. Oh. Ah! What did we notice? That the marker was as heavy as 5 pennies. What's that the same as? That's right. It was as heavy as 5 cubes as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. And the goal of that lesson was to use different items to figure out the weight of a marker. I hope you have a terrific day.